Did you know that for this movie, one of the inspirations for the film was the real World War II sharpshooter Simu Haihia, who fought against the Red Army and who is believed to have killed over 500 enemy soldiers during the Winter War, which is why he is often regarded as the deadliest sniper of all time, known as the White Death. Simu passed away at the age of 96 in 2001. I remember hearing about Sisu back when it came out in 2022. I don't know why it took me this long to see this movie. I know a lot of people were comparing it to John Wick and saying it's like if John Wick was fighting the Nazis in World War II. So I'm like, okay, that really intrigued me because I was all in on John Wick at that point. I'm so happy that I finally got to see this movie. Sisu 2, The Road to Revenge is coming out in November, and that's another reason why I want to see this movie, get the review out, just to get ready for number 2, because number 2 looks great as well. So I have 3 things I liked about this movie, and my last thing is definitely my favorite. So the first thing I liked is the story was pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. Now that I know that it was actually based on a real person, and of course it was during a real time, near the end of World War II, Nazis are really just trying to make as much damage as possible, as they know that they're most likely going to be killed when they return home, if they get captured. Like, they know that their time's almost up, so they're trying to wreak as much havoc as possible. And you just got a guy who's just trying to live his life, just trying to get away from the war, lost his family. They don't really go into any of that, but you can see he's got a wedding ring on, and he's just trying to get away from everything. He's got a dog, because you can't have a character who's kind of like John Wick without the dog in the movie. He's a gold miner, and he strikes it rich, man. He strikes it rich, and I just knew this was going to happen, that, you know, the gold was really, really important. He's not letting go of that gold. He will chase down whoever he's got to chase down, kill whoever he's got to kill to get that gold back, because it means a future for him. It means he can go anywhere he wants to once the war is over, and, you know, just kind of start over again. Like I said, people think this is what John Wick would look like if it was in World War II, which I have to agree. But also kind of what you can do with this character. Like, I think the world of John Wick can be really expanded. There's a lot more they can do with it. We got to see World War II, you know, what it looks like in Finland, but, you know, there's a lot of Russian stuff that they could go into as well. There's just so many different characters and so many different ideas that can stem from what they did with Sisu that they can do with so many other things. So I really am hoping that it's not really the John Wick universe, it's just more of the same studio made this movie, so it's a similar feel, similar approach, but it's its own world, right? So I really want to see more of this done. Just like the Baba Yaga, we have Atami, and he's got his own nickname, Kochi, which means immortal, so it's a lot like John Wick. The guy doesn't stop for anything. He'll plow through as many people as he's got to plow through. Death doesn't mean much to him. He refuses to die. And I like the little history we get on the word Sisu, like how it's impossible to translate, which I'm not really sure why. That'd be kind of cool to kind of dive into the reasons why it's not, you can't really translate it, but what it actually means. This movie does a phenomenal job just showing Atami's character, just what he will go through to keep pushing forward, to show people like he's not just a myth, he's not just a legend, like he's the real deal. Then the action and the violence, of course, is top tier. Wouldn't expect anything less from a movie like this. I will say they definitely didn't hold back on a couple of the moments. A couple of the tank moments they didn't hold back. When they crushed some soldiers, the explosions, just the straight up violence of just how Atami didn't have a whole lot of weapons to begin with. But he utilizes whatever he has, and he'll turn whatever he needs to into a weapon. And then as he continues to move along, he'll accumulate real weapons, and then it's on. But the military mindset of you can use anything as a weapon, you can kill someone with anything, even with your bare hands. But the man was just trying to live his life and whatever, and this is what people just were messing with him. And of course it's Nazis, so there's no love lost there, you know. And they almost killed his dog, and they stole his gold. So this guy has all the reason in the world to kill these people with however kind of malice he wants. And then my favorite scene, I gotta say, the underwater scene where he jumps into a lake or a pond or whatever that was, and it's at the bottom. I knew something crazy was gonna happen. I didn't know what he was gonna do, but The fact like when the Nazis swim down there and he kills them and then he like sucks out their oxygen while they're bleeding to death is just like next level savage. I've never seen a character do something like that, and that's what I was hoping. They were setting it up to be something really neat, really cool, really like showing this like what perseverance and determination really looks like. And I mean, he was desperate. Like he did what he had to do to stay underwater as long as possible. That scene really blew me away. I think that was not only my favorite scene, but I think that was one of the best violent scenes in the movie, at least in my opinion. So if you haven't seen Sisu, I highly recommend it. It is on Disney Plus right now. So for Sisu, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 Mudflaps, and remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop the comments below. What's your favorite World War II movie? See you soon.